Is Mama Melrose's new menu Italian dreams come true, or is it a heresy nightmare?
Mangiamo.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you're watching The Theme Park Foodies. We are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Haven't been here in a while, Sam.
Can't even remember the last time.
Because we're back. We're going to Mama Melrose's Ristorante. This is a little Italian restaurant that is found in the Muppets Courtyard section here of Disney's Hollywood Studios. It is I want to say it's got like a mixed kind of Disney following. Some fans, especially Italian New Yorkers like us, we haven't been big fans of Mama Melrose in the past, but there are some diehards out there that have been loving this new menu and have had a lot of appreciation for Mama Melrose in the past, right?
Yeah, and some people don't even know that this restaurant exists. It's like in the back of Muppets Courtyard. It's out of the way.
It's tucked away. It actually, I think, predates Muppets Courtyard. So isn't there there's like a little story that goes along with Mama Melrose's, right, Sam?
I know you were gonna put me on the spot with this. I just remember she was an actress from Sicily trying to make it in Hollywood, and then she decided, she was better at cooking. She started cooking up some stuff, and her actor friends would come and visit her, so you'll see all that Hollywood-esque memorabilia in the restaurant. Yeah, I love the interior decor of the restaurant. You'll see all of those different pictures of her actor friends scattered above on the walls. I think there's some signings on there as well. The chandeliers in there actually have like ladles. And it has all these like twinkly lights. It's a very beautiful restaurant. It's very cozy, and they actually have pretty decent pizza too. Oh, interesting. I think last time we went there, we could not stand the desserts. Yeah. There's unfortunately no new desserts, but there are some new dishes, including Wagyu, right? Yeah, I think it's like a Wagyu orchietti dish with like dried cherries. There's also like a bean dipped based appetizer. I think that's vegan. So for the vegan friends out there, we'll be trying that out. Although I don't think we have those refined vegan palates. It's always good to know if it's enjoyable to us or not. We are of Italian heritage. So Mama Melrose to us has always felt like, I've actually liked Olive Garden better in the past. And I feel bad saying that because I know a lot of people love it. Our last experience there wasn't that great, but we're hoping this new menu kind of ups the ante here for us. I do love the aesthetic and the atmosphere. I really just enjoy being inside that restaurant. I think it's worth it just for a drink maybe in there sometimes, Yes, and I did like their mozzarella sticks. Ooh, although they're not as good as Tony's. Yes, but he's got some big mozzarella sticks. All right, so we're gonna show you guys how to get there. We're gonna show you all their new dishes and our full experience at Mama Melrose. You ready, Sam? I am ready. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us for our Italian dinner here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. All right, so to get to Mama Melrose, we're going to have to head straight down Hollywood Boulevard. This is the street that you see when you first walk in to Disney's Hollywood Studios. When you get to the Grand Chinese Theater, you will make a left, and you will pass on your right I believe it's called the Hyperion Theater, where the Frozen show happens. As you come upon the Backlot Express, you will bear right, and you will see Star Tours. That will pass on your left, and then right before you head into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, which is that tunnel, you'll make a left into Muppets Courtyard. But we're not here yet. When you see Muppet Vision 3D, right after Muppet Vision 3D, you'll have to make a right down this kind of like narrow corridor. It kind of looks like a kind of little backlot area, and then you'll make a left, and then you will see Mama Melrose Ristorante Italiano. If you're looking for stroller parking, it will be to the left of check-in near this area that kind of says Stage 1 Company Store on it. As we enter the restaurant, you can actually see Mama Melrose's star that should be on the Walk of Fame right here on the wall, and all of the celebrities you see adorned on the walls here, they have supposedly eaten at this restaurant before. All right, so we have entered and we have been seated, and despite me not being the biggest fan of the cuisine, I do really want to stress how much I love the interior decor of this restaurant. There's such a high attention to detail. If you look at the ceiling, they have like these kind of stained glass lights, different lanterns, twinkling lights above your head. It's very nice. Let's break down the whole menu for you guys. All right, so for the appetizers, they do have like some traditional stuff you'll see, like fried calamari, burrata salad, Mama's Caesar, house garlic bread. The fried mozzarella, Sam actually liked this last time. We've had a lot of mozzarella sticks, I feel like, recently.
And then they have the Tuscan White Bean Parade. This is the new thing we're going to try out. Minestrone soup. I'm not sure if this is seasonal. And then the pizzas are actually made in a brick oven. You can actually see right at the front. It's kind of like a little dinner and a show as you walk in, especially if you sit at the bar there. And they also have the mushroom, prosciutto and honey. This is the pizza that I said like last time, and the margarita pizza. And then, of course, entrees are classic Italian entrees. So this is new. Mama's pasta with shrimp. I'm going to get this. Sam's not a shrimp person, so I don't think she might not try this. Then this is also new, the red wine braised Wagyu beef. And they have a rigatoni bolognese, spaghetti and meatballs, polenta cake, mushroom and herb cauliflower. So that's your vegan option there. New York strip steak. A chef selection of fresh fish. They're fresh. Oven-baked chicken a la Parmesan, and red wine braised pork ossobuco. And then on the back you can find the drinks. They actually do have some wine flights. They have some specialty drinks like a Mama's Margarita, a Bellini cocktail, red sangria, Italian Surfer. Italian Surfer sounds interesting. They do have some featured beers on draft. So they actually have an Italian brewed Peroni. You can see the standard beverages that aren't cocktails down here. Usually the Coca-Cola products are pretty standard. And if you guys wanted to see all of the different wines, I will scroll up here so you can see them. All right, so we ordered our appetizers and they brought this over. And I'm like, what is this? Disney doesn't get bread service. Last time we were here, it had no bread service. Usually, if you eat a Disney park, in recent times, there has never been a bread service at the table. It upsets me because you're paying such a high premium. I feel like you deserve a bread service. Well, we complained about it last video. I'm not saying Disney listens to us, but they made a smart move and they brought back bread service. This is bread service with a pesto dipping sauce. It looks basic, but I feel like I have to give it a 10 for positive reinforcement. These are actually a little warm. Let's see how they break open here.
They're ciabatta.
They're ciabatta. Okay, so you see crispy on the outside.
And the reason that they were taking off the bread service is because they were adding appetizers, like garlic bread and things like that. So they wanted you to buy those, so that's why they were ditching the free bread service.
Let's dip it in that little pesto dipping sauce. It's incredibly basic. Spiritually, I want to give it a 10 because I'm just so happy that I'm going to pay high price for this meal, and Disney's willing to give me bread again. But it really is pretty basic. So I'm gonna go. It is crispy and soft. I'm gonna go 7. I'm gonna be kind because all restaurants at Disney World, in my opinion, should have a bread service, and I'm so happy that this is back. So 7 for flavor. Damn, how excited are you to have bread?
Jason was away from the table when it came, and I almost fell over because I was like, whoa, what is this? And I wasn't gonna have any, but Jason is forcing me to.
I just feel like we have to celebrate this moment.
That's free bread. It's basic. I like that it's warm. I like the dip. It's porous on the inside. But I'm gonna go 6. I'm not gonna go 7.
Yeah, I was almost gonna go 6, but
you're nicer than I am.
I'm nice because they gave me bread, and I've been very disappointed for a long time about the lack of bread. All right, so the appetizers have arrived. We did get the bean dip, but of course we need to start with something that is classic, made in a brick oven here. This is the margarita pizza. It is, as it sounds, fresh mozzarella. It's got a thin, crispy crust, marinara sauce, and it looks like they put some basil on top, right?
It's very saucy.
We like a saucy boy, so I remember not being a huge fan of the sauce here. And again, we are going to rate this, I feel like, on an Olive Garden scale. We're not going to try to be pretentious and rate this on like a classic Italian scale. So our 1 to 10s, think Olive Garden. If Olive Garden is a 6 to you. Is it floppy?
It's not floppy. I feel like it's not as good as it was last time. It's not very crispy.
It needs more time in that oven, I feel like.
It's not crispy, and the sauce is like very acidic. Let me get some cheese. The mozzarella is fresh. The basil is a nice touch. Usually they're crispy. They have a very delicate crusty, a very thin, delicate crust. It's not bad, it's just, I've had better versions here. I've had super crispy slices before. So I'm gonna give this a 6.
All right.
I'm still gonna eat it. Like, I will eat a few of these slices, no problem.
Mama, what are you doing? Look, it's not even pulling. This definitely needed more time. You can tell these are too cold.
Yeah, I think it's a little undercooked.
They didn't give them enough time. But, you know, I'm very busy in here, so I'll give them some leeway for it. It's a canned sauce. I like the mozzarella. This would be much better if it was toasted more. I don't think it's bad. It's way too deli, as it hasn't been. Look how spongy it is. not crispy. It could be crispy, it just needs more time in the oven.
I really liked the prosciutto and honey one that they had that we tried last time.
I want to agree with your 6. I think there's potential here. The sauce is super basic, but I'm expecting basic sauce. You know, this isn't going to be El Molino or Ravello. It's an in-park Italian restaurant. You gotta rate it like that. I am thinking Tony's, because Tony's does it very well. And with how beautiful the interior of this restaurant is, how classically Disney it is, I really wish they would give some love here, because I don't want this to go away. I am rooting always for Mama Melrose. But again, this is super basic, so I've got to go 6, but we still haven't gotten to the new dishes yet, so let's try that bean dip. So here it is, the new vegan bean dip. It comes with focaccia bread, and what's exactly in this dip, Sam?
So this is roasted garlic and eggplant, fresh herbs, and chili oil. That's what you see on top there. And it is cold, which is interesting.
And the focaccia is not toasted. This is a cold dish.
This isn't something that I would normally order. I'm getting it because it's new and I want to try it, but I'm not really sure.
We're willing to expand our palates here.
The bread is so soft that it can't hold up to the dip.
At least they don't skip on the dip, though. It looks like there's a lot of dip in there.
The chili oil is too spicy for me. I don't think it's too spicy for most people, but it's too spicy for me.
Try to get an underneath part without the chili oil. Like eggplant and bean probably tastes pretty good.
It's very smooth and creamy, like it's very pureed.
You think the focaccia is good?
The focaccia is good. This is just not for me. I give it a 5.
All right, Mama. Let me try you out. All right, so let me try the bean puree out. Chili oil is something that my gastroenterologist tells me to stay away from. So we're cheating tonight. Incredibly pureed. I would like these to be toasted. That's the issue I'm having here. I'm gonna try it without the chili oil. I do taste a little bit of a spice. That is too spicy for you. I like it, but I understand why you felt it's too spicy. So. It's different. Bean and eggplant is good.
It kind of reminds me of like a Greek dip almost.
You're right. It does taste Greek. It tastes Greek to me. You're right. I would like these toasted. That's the only thing I would say. I think it's good. I'm not a vegan, so it's not for me. I feel like I'm gonna go 6 with it. It's still pretty basic to me, but those entrees, Wagyu meat in an entree, that interests me, and that's something else. All right, so the entrees are here. We are going to start with Sam's. Sam, what is in your Wagyu pasta? Or what is it called actually, too?
This is red wine braised Wagyu beef. It is American Wagyu. It's orchietti, dried cherries, and pink peppercorn. Interesting, dried cherries. And there's also Parmesan on here.
So they make this Wagyu like fine, so it like mixes in kind of with the sauce, they said.
Orchietti means little ears. So orchietti usually is good for like getting a lot of sauce, like a little sauce trap. But I feel like it works better with like a thicker, chunkier sauce because it gets in that little ear hole. But that's just my opinion. Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It's kind of, yeah, it looks like a little bit of beef in there. Not very beefy.
Not very. Well, it's very thin slice, so it's kind of all over. Oh, it looked like they mixed in a cavatappi in here.
Oh, you love the cavatappi, so there.
I snuck up some of Jay's pasta. It was good. There are also these tiny pieces of Brussels sprouts in here as well. The waitress had mentioned that to me before. It doesn't state that in the description, which I feel like it should because I don't feel like everyone likes Brussels sprouts. This is a weird dish. I haven't tasted the cherry yet. Let me get some cherry. The beef is very tender. The Parmesan is very sharp. A little sweetness from the cherries. It's a weird flavor combination. I taste the red wine more than anything. That kind of like overpowers everything. When you do purposely go out of your way for a cherry, it's sweet. I don't think it tastes bad, but I don't necessarily know if it was something that I would want to eat again. I like red sauce or very super cheesy. Like yours is so cheesy. It is very hearty and savory. I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right, so it felt like you were trashing it. They were gonna go low, but you went 7.
I just like, it's interesting. Like cherries and pasta, like and the Brussels sprouts. It is very like a kind of fall-inspired pasta dish. This is filling.
Mama Melrose is doing a little science experiment for you, Sam. Big chunk of beef in here. You see that? Nice. I'll leave that for you. All right. Oh, those big chunks of beef. I got a little of everything in there. So let's try it out. I like it. The Brussels sprout, I feel like, adds an earthiness to it. There's a sweetness because of the cherry.
Maybe I'm the problem.
Although, for it being Wagyu, I don't feel like it's very tender. And I do agree with it, like the wine flavor is pretty strong in here.
Like, I like a thicker sauce with an orecchiette pasta, and I feel like it's just really, it's kind of liquidy, like it's that red wine.
I like it. It's different, but it doesn't taste, I don't think like Italian when I eat this, you know what I mean? It tastes different though. I like the beef. The thing is, like, the pasta isn't made fresh in house, you know, and it's not blowing my socks off. It is good. Like, I enjoy this. I would order this again. I'm gonna go 7 for this. I don't get the Wagyu though, because it doesn't taste like, I guess it's because it's American Wagyu.
Last year.
It doesn't really like melt in your mouth.
Yeah, like if you didn't tell me it was Wagyu, like I wouldn't know. Like it doesn't taste as good as the Wagyu in Epcot.
And there's a little saltiness in it too. It's good. I would eat this again 100%. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, I'm gonna stick it like a 7. It's not blowing me away. All right, so Sam, who is not a seafood eater, is going to try the signature dish. This is Mama's pasta with shrimp. What is in this, Sam?
3 cheese sauce, sauteed kale, cavatappi, roasted butternut squash, wild mushroom. And you can also get this with chicken.
Sam would have opted for the chicken, but I am a shrimp man. And Sam, you've enjoyed a shrimp in the past before. Never something she orders though.
I have to. I eat it every once in a while. Like I'll never order it as my own dish, but like I'll eat off of Jay's plate sometimes. Like this.
It looks cheesy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I want a cheesy pasta. I like a thick, creamy. I want to switch plates with you.
Did you have any shrimp on your bite?
No. I could have this pasta without anything else and like it. It tastes like a really good like macaroni and cheese. Like it's a 3 cheese. It's so creamy. And look how it's like cavatappi just gets all the cheese on it. I like the roasted butternut squash too, and the mushroom adds a very earthy flavor to it. I'm gonna eat a shrimp. I'm gonna eat a shrimp. I'll do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I like the texture of shrimp with pasta. I think they have a great contrasting texture with each other.
I like this dish a lot.
You like the shrimp?
I do. We get a crunch from the kale too. I don't mind the kale. I know not everyone loves kale, but this is a good dish. And this is there's so much in here. Look at this.
It's a deep bowl.
Honestly, I like yours better. I'm going 8 for this one. This one surprised me. I'd personally pick this one over that one.
Don't doubt Mama, Sam. I think Sam is a fan of Mama Melrose now, right?
I'm a fan of that dish. That's really good.
This is the best thing I've ever had. The different cheeses, it's like both sharp, then creamy, and then you have the texture of the kale and the texture of the shrimp.
There's really nice pieces of the butternut squash too. It's really good. It's nice and soft.
You have some mushrooms as well. Good. The only way to elevate this is to elevate the ingredients inside of it. Everything else is executed perfectly. So like you made like a homemade type of pasta, that would bring it up. But again, like this is good. I'm gonna agree with your 8. This is the best thing I ever had here. I would come back here just for this. Mama, you did great. This should be your signature dish. You brought bread back, Mama. I'm proud of you. We gotta take a look at your dessert menu though. I remember the desserts last time. That's where we kind of fell down the rabbit hole. But this, we're ending on a strong note with the entrees. So I don't think anything's particularly new here, but there are some reimaginings. So the cannolis previously used to be 3 small cannolis. Now they're 2 large cannolis, which is nice. I think we'll be trying those out. They obviously have a tiramisu as well. This lemon mascarpone tart, if you guys remember, we had a really strange goat cheese dessert last time. It had a very pungent flavor to it. I am told that this actually replaced that, so we'll be trying it out. Lemon is a classic flavor that's used in a lot of Italian dishes. The flourless chocolate cake is probably the worst thing that we've ever had here. It tasted like it was like frozen or something. It was like tasted dry. It wasn't great, but so we won't be getting that again. But that is usually a very popular dish with Italians. And we have the gelato, of course, and for the vegans out there, they have a cherry chocolate cake, which sounds interesting. And on the back, you could find some dessert cocktails. Tiramisu martini, chocolate martini, Bella cappuccino, so basically cappuccino, little Baileys in it, sparkling Those are probably just wines. Of course, you got the limoncello liquor to cap off your Italian feast. And of course, you got to have some coffee. Not us, though. All right, so the desserts are here. We are starting off with the lemon mascarpone tart. This is lemon mascarpone mousse on a sugar cookie with vanilla bean whipped cream, violet lavender sponge cake, lemon curd, and fresh raspberry.
Interesting. And this does look like coral.
It's a beautiful dish, but this is what I consider a refrigerator dessert. It's definitely on a cold plate sitting in the fridge, but some of the best desserts are refrigerator desserts, so I ain't hating.
Not for me.
Not your thing? Is it sweet or?
No, it's not super sweet. It's the consistency. It has that like gelatinous consistency, and I hate that. Like that just like always turns me off. It's supposed to be a mousse?
It is lemon mascarpone tart. Yes, lemon mascarpone mousse. That's what that is.
It doesn't taste moussey. It tastes jello-y, which is just I'm not a fan of. That tastes weird too. They both have such strange consistencies. I never like the dessert here. And like I'm a dessert person. I love dessert, but I don't know. They always let me down.
Just tried the sponge. You don't like lavender. It has like a floral taste to it.
It's not even the lavender that's the issue. This is another thing that's just such a strange consistency. Tastes like I'm eating a sponge. No. I don't, it could be a me thing. I think they tried. I think it looks very pretty. It's just, I can't eat it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Sad. The desserts have not been redeemed. I'm gonna try to give Mama an open mind here, even though Sam was not a fan. Got a little bit of everything in this bite. Hopefully I can get it to topple over onto the spoon. Okay, now I didn't get that. There we go. There we go.
You guys know, like, I love dessert. Every time Jay asks me what my favorite thing that we ate was, I say, oh, it was the dessert. Like, this is just weird.
Right, it tastes like gelatinous. And it's got that pungent flavor to it. Like the goat cheesy flavor, the other thing there.
Not creamy at all. Like, the texture is so weird. And then the lavender, I don't understand the thing on the side, the lavender sponge on the side. Like, it just, none of these textures go together.
Not my thing.
Thank God, because if you like that, I was going to have a lot of questions.
I don't hate it, though. I'll eat.
No, I hate it. I don't want to eat it again.
I don't like you know what I don't like? Is this thing. I don't like whatever this vanilla is. Go away. This is actually pretty decent.
No, it tastes jello-y. It doesn't taste like mousse.
So this is the part I think was jello is this. See how
I think that they're both.
This is more mousse. Well, I guess it is.
No, it's jello. You can tell it jiggles. It jiggles. It's not mousse. Mousse shouldn't jiggle.
I'm gonna go 5. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, and I probably wouldn't order it again.
I hate it. I'm sorry.
We still have one more dessert, though. It's funny that Disney considers these large cannolis and not small, because I feel like these are small cannolis to me.
Oh my gosh, our friends Scott and Kate from Dish Upon a Bar came over and they brought cannolis. They like drove to this bakery very far away. Do you remember the name of it, Jay?
I don't. We can put the name in the lower third.
Cannolis I've ever had in my life. I don't have high hopes. I can already feel the shell is like soft. You want a crunch.
Oh, that's sad.
You want a crunchy. And it's not chocolate. Oh my god, what's that? What's that?
Looks like they put something on the bottom to like make it stick.
Oh god. And it's not, usually they put like chocolate chips on the rim. They put like little, I don't know if it's sprinkles or what.
I'm not a big fan of the chocolate chips, so I'm okay with that. Because I don't like the texture of chocolate chips on a cannoli. So this is a traditional whipped ricotta filling dipped in chocolate flakes. That's the description.
The filling is good. I don't think it's like the freshest cannoli. I don't know that they're piping them in fresh. When we went to Tony's in Magic Kingdom, I could tell. And I even asked them, and they said that they were piping them fresh. This tastes like it would have been, refrigerated for a while. The shell it's not super crunchy. It's not as soft as I thought it was going to be, but it's not super crunchy, which is what you need in a cannoli. I do like it a lot better, though, than that other thing. Like, I can eat this. This is a passable dessert, and I'll give this a 7.
7? Okay, okay. Not quite Tony level, but it's acceptable. What are you doing, Mama? Like, why is this soft, Mama? Why? You got Tony in his town square, like a few parks over, trying to put you to shame. You gotta raise the game here. She won the pasta war for sure.
Yeah.
That was much better than anything I had at Tony's roasted pasta goes, but I mean, that cannoli over at Tony's, so good. All right, and this is just already way too soft. It also feels hollow in the center, but you know, I gotta go with a clear mind.
Fun fact, Jay actually ate cannolis on WWE NXT. I'll put a picture of that. This is a true story.
I plead the fifth.
Well, do your thing. You're a cannoli guy. You're holding it like a cigarette, I feel like.
I'm gonna say something to take the edge off. Hey, they're right, there's a little lemon in there.
I said that off camera, but after I had it, I felt like I tasted like a little lemon zest or something on it. Honestly, the other thing was so bad for me that I feel like anything I was going to have after that was going to taste good to me.
You need a crunchy shell. The cannoli cream is okay. Definitely not fresh. Definitely sitting in the case. I'd recommend either getting the gelato here or going outside and probably the same gelato you get in the cart in the corner over here. I'm going to go 5. Really, I can't recommend them at all. I am cannoli J though, so this is not good. Like, especially after we had those amazing cannolis over at Tony, or the cannolis from that deli, and then the pretty good cannolis over at Tony's. I just know that Disney can do better. So yeah, I can't go higher than 5 with it. But
do you think I was too nice?
I think that you were desensitized from how much you didn't enjoy the last dessert that you had. You know, but for me, this is super basic. I'm gonna finish it, but it's just super basic. I mean, just look at how nice it is in here, guys. Like, I really am rooting for Mama Melrose. Feels so uniquely Disney. They even just got bread just sitting up here. You can actually touch, this isn't real bread, but this bread just like kind of like sitting on the windowsill, cooling right next to you as you eat different looking bread. You also notice if you look up some like movie posters, they have grapes, garlic sitting up there. There's like these little Easter eggs hidden right above your head. Some dried sausage. All right, Sam, so was that new menu at Mama Melrose better than what we've had previously?
The entree nailed it. Your entree was really good.
I thought both entrees were better than last time.
Yeah, for sure.
I did like the Wagyu dish. I don't get Wagyu flavor. When I think Wagyu, I think like melts in your mouth. I did not get that from that dish. I definitely think the shrimp-based pasta dish, which is Mama's signature recipe, for good reason. That was the best thing we've had here. And honestly, one of the best entrees we've had at Hollywood Studios. Is this now one of Hollywood Studios' better restaurants with the menu upgrade? I would say no, in my opinion. I would rather go to the Hollywood Brown Derby. I'd probably rather go to 50's Primetime Cafe. However, I am always rooting for this restaurant, like I said previously. I think it's worth it just to go in there, have a drink, maybe an entree, so that way you could try out some of like the, maybe the pasta dish we had, or you know, an appetizer.
Yeah. At the bar.
To be able to see all of the really cool little artifacts that are in there, the attention to detail and the storytelling. It's one of those classic Disney restaurants. Like I said, we're always rooting for it, but unfortunately, I don't think the menu makeover really upped the ante that much. The cannolis were very disappointing in my opinion, just because of how soft they were.
They were very average.
Yeah. The lemon dish, I did think I liked it a little bit more as I got into it, but it did have that gelatinous taste. Could have been because it was sitting in the fridge for too long, I feel like. I felt like that may have been the issue there. The pizza, I think, needed to be in the oven a bit longer. The sauce was a bit acidic. Again, you have to remember where we're coming from, though. We are New York Italians, so we're going to have a greater attention in regards to the flavor and the detail of the food. So I don't want to come off as too snobbish, because we did enjoy our meal.
Yeah, and like I don't hate this place either. Like I always do find something that I really like. I am waiting for them to have a dessert that wows me though, because I hate going and I hate when your dessert is bad. Like dessert's the best part.
Overall, I think it was an upgrade.
Great service.
Yeah. Oh yes, we want to bring up that. Every single restaurant we've been to recently at Disney, we've had such exceptional service. So we just want to thank each of our servers, especially the server that we had tonight.
Koa.
Yes, if you're watching, we really appreciate you. You were awesome. Stars of the show there.
I felt bad, but she loved that lemon dessert, but she loves lemon things. But she was like, "Oh, I'm sad you don't like it." But for me, it was a texture.
I also think some things like are inconsistent. If you get it fresh and you get it's good, like that was definitely sitting in the fridge, and I think that affected the flavor profile of that. We did, again, enjoy our meal here. There are better food to be had at Hollywood Studios, but we appreciate Mama Melrose. We do recommend you stopping in, check out the very cool decor, twinkly lights, and great atmosphere of that restaurant. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm, helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
I make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. Disney, open the Riz for late night snacks.
That would be so great.
This is Pizza Rizzo, guys, if you don't know. It closes at, I think, like 4 or 5 o'clock every single day. But the interior is so nice. It's not the best pizza you'll ever have.
They should have good I feel like they have good salad.
It's a pretty solid salad, yeah. But it is some pretty, you know, it's a pretty okay average pizza, but it has great seating, fun atmosphere.
It's like a banquet hall upstairs.
Yeah, it's nice. The fine people you see scrolling up on our screen, those are our members. If you have any interest in a membership, we do have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credits credentials. If you have any interest in a membership, you can check out the join button below. I want to give a special thank you to our members and their generosity for helping us fund this channel, but also want to give a special thank you to you and to anyone who likes, comments, subscribes, consistently engages with our content and watches these videos. We really appreciate you. Your engagement, your support helps us make more of them, and we feel incredibly privileged to do so. As always,
keep it going for Frank.